Clara texted me at 2:36 p.m. I just got promoted. I grabbed the walnut jewelry box I'd carved for her, 3 weeks of sanding and polish, then drove downtown to surprise her. Pinnacle Solutions was all glass, steel, and ego. On the Yuck's 15th floor, a co-worker named Eli intercepted me with a smirk. "Your wife's with the CEO," he said, thanking him for the promotion. He stressed thanking like it had quotation marks. I knocked once on Victor Hayes' office door and stepped in. Clara, my wife of 6 years, was on his leather couch, kissing him like the world ended in 5 minutes. The box slipped from my hand. Soft thud. No one noticed. I turned around, walked out, rode the elevator down 15 floors, and drove home in silence. The shock wore off by the time my key hit the lock. What followed was clarity edged with steel. I moved everything from our joint accounts into my personal one, my paychecks, my overtime, my savings. I canceled every card with her name on it. Visa, MasterCard, the boutique plastic she loved, subscriptions, gone, delivery services, declined, gym with eucalyptus towels, enjoy the ads and the sidewalk. Then I called Jimmy the locksmith. New keys by 8 p.m. I packed a duffel, took the cursed jewelry box, and crashed on my best friend Miles's couch. We watched a game, shared a beer, and said almost nothing. At midnight, I finally spoke. "She's cheating." "What do you need?" he asked. "An attorney." Miles had a name ready, Harper Quinn, the Terminator in Armani. Harper's office felt like a command center. She listened to every detail. Eli's wink, the couch, the kiss, the money move, the lock change. Then she asked the only question that mattered. "Proof?" "Working on it," I said, and the universe, for once, helped. Monday morning, an email landed from a coworker, Laya Torres. She'd seen enough and wanted to meet. At Grind. Coffee, Laya slid a manila envelope across the table and pressed a recorder between us. Printed emails. "Victor's finally making his move, if I play my cards right. Tom just paid down the mortgage. Once the promotion hits, and I milk this a few more months, I'll file. He's too trusting to see it coming." The recording was worse. Clara. "Tom deposited another $5,000. The sweet, trusting idiot thinks he's investing in our future. After the holidays, I'll drop the divorce bomb and take half." Victor. "Timeline?" Clara. "By Valentine's. He won't fight. He's in love with me. I've been documenting his long hours to make it look like the marriage is dying." I thanked Laya, called Harper, and drove straight to the war room. For 3 hours, Harper and her paralegal, Sarah, overlaid the audio with bank statements, fancy hotel receipts, lingerie, working dinners, a secret savings account in Clara's name, $14,147 skimmed in small transfers. "Adultery, fraud, hidden assets, conspiracy," Harper said, stacking the evidence. "And Victor violated company policy with an undisclosed relationship. We're not just divorcing her. We're taking back every dollar, with interest." She filed everything the next morning. "Do not respond to Clara," Harper warned. "Let her wonder." So I did, and Clara unraveled by text. "Where are you? None of my cards work. Whatever you think you saw, you're wrong. It was a kiss, don't be petty. You're having a breakdown. I love you. We can fix this." I forwarded the greatest hits to Harper. "Beautiful," she replied. "Let her dig." On Friday, we served papers at 2 p.m. in her office, right after lunch. I stood in marketing while the process server handed Clara a manila envelope. She opened it thinking it was corporate paperwork, then went pale as she read. Adultery. Fraud, asset recovery, transcripts, statements, screenshots. Victor wandered out. He got served, too. Harper materialized beside me like a shadow in heels. "We'll enjoy deposing you," she told Victor. "The board will enjoy it more." The entire floor was silent. I met Clara's eyes. "You underestimated me," I said. That's the last time. We left to the soft ding of the closing elevator and the sound of a career collapsing behind us. 3 days later, the adrenaline faded. I was still living on Miles's couch. Our house, my house, felt poisoned. So I called Sophie, our realtor. "Price it to move," I said. "Everything goes." By the next afternoon, Sophie had photos, a listing, and an open house planned. The place sold in 3 days, over asking, to a young couple who wanted it all, furniture included. Perfect. I kept my tools, my dad's recliner, and one photo album. The rest stayed. Closure in escrow. Then I went looking for an apartment and almost walked into my future, literally. I nearly collided with a woman carrying a 40-pound sack of coffee beans outside Harbor Grounds. "Careful, speedster," she grinned. "Casing apartments or practicing parkour?" She was Renee Calder, owner, caffeine savior, landlord of the loft above her shop. "It's not fancy," she warned, "but it's clean, quiet, and comes with unlimited coffee that won't kill you." The loft was white walls, hardwood, big windows, zero history. Exactly what I needed. At a wobbly table downstairs, she slid over a cappuccino. "Fresh start?" "Fresh start," I said. Renee didn't ask for the gory details, and I didn't offer them, until she asked gently, "What happened?" "My wife had a betrayal with a business plan," I said. "I'm selling everything and starting over." "Welcome to the neighborhood," she said, and meant it. The divorce took 3 months. Clara arrived to court looking older, smaller, and out of moves. Victor stayed away. His civil case was a separate bonfire. Harper dismantled everything calmly. Emails, audio, money trail. Final decree. No assets, no alimony, return of funds, plus damages pending civil settlement. Clara walked out with her clothes and what little she hadn't spent on attorneys. Victor's board accepted his resignation with the urgency of a man tossed from a lifeboat. I walked home to my loft, brewed coffee that didn't taste like regret, and opened the windows to the harbor. Life got simple. Work during the day, evenings reading or helping Renee tame a mutinous espresso machine. Miles came by for games. Harper sent occasional updates, numbers with lots of zeros. Then a box arrived at the shop addressed in Clara's tidy handwriting. Renee set it on my landing with a note. Figured you'd want to open this privately. Inside, wedding photos, letters, ticket stubs, 6 years of us. We spread everything across a cafe table before opening hours. The pictures were bright and normal. We looked happy. I had been happy. Once. Maybe that was the worst part. "How do you trust again?" I asked. "If someone can fake it this well?" Renee thought for a moment. Maybe she didn't fake it at first. Maybe she slowly chose ambition over love until she only saw you as a means to an end. People don't usually turn into sociopaths overnight. They just keep making worse trades. I sorted the pile into 2 stacks, trash and keep. Most went to the first, but I kept one photo, the 2 of us at a Christmas party, her smile perfect and hollow. "Why that one?" Renee asked. "So I remember what a lie looks like when it smiles." Renee disappeared into the back and returned with a small oak box. After my divorce, I made a real-life box. Only true things go in. Helped me remember my life didn't have to be fake just because my marriage was. That's when I finally knew what to do with the walnut jewelry box I'd made for Clara. I brought it downstairs. "You made this?" Renee asked, tracing the grain. "For her promotion," I said. "Turns out, it was never for her." I turned the box into my own real things box, the photo of the lie, as a warning. My loft lease, for independence. A snapshot of me and Miles at a Cubs game, for friendship. Harper's business card for standing up for myself, and a quick photo of Renee laughing over the box. because that smile was the first honest thing I'd trusted in a long time. "What's that one for?" she asked. "The first genuine thing I've felt in years." I closed the lid. From then on, I kept only what belonged in that box, the real things. Not strategies, not performances, not loving plans with exit clauses, just the people and moments that pass the simple test. Truth when no one's watching. Turns out, when you strip your life down to that, there's a lot more room for it to grow, too.